This video is directed at receptionists and treatment coordinators booking in people for implant consults. So something that we've found with a couple of practices is that they require a CBCT scan at that first initial consult. This is great and it's super organised and it's such a great idea, but unfortunately it does reduce the amount of people to come through the door. It's important that we just get them through the door first and just make them feel comfortable and make it seem like getting an implant is like going for a walk in the park and it's just simple as. And you know, oftentimes patients do walk away from having an implant done and they say, oh my God, I thought that was going to be so much worse than what it was. So it's really important that we just focus on getting them in the door, just like with every other lead, and we worry about all the requirements later on, like the CBCT scan and all of those things. We don't want our patients jumping through hoops before they've even met us, because it makes us seem high maintenance, or, you know, that the whole process is going to be a little bit more difficult than what it actually is. So it doesn't mean that everyone's going to think that, but there will be a small minority of people that will be like, my gosh, I haven't even met these people and they've got me running all over the countryside having scans and whatnot. So it's just eliminating any negativity from anybody pretty much, because we need to look at it from that point of view that people do not like the dentist generally. So they will be initially a little bit negative, even if they don't want to be. So it's just eliminating those problems and taking it step by step rather than trying to be super organised and super efficient, because sometimes we can be over efficient and it draws people away. The next thing is, don't go booking an initial consult for 60 minutes or anything. This should be a quick 15 to 30 minute appointment. And we should be able to fathom whether someone is wanting to go ahead in this time, whether they're interested. There should be enough time to answer any questions as well. And then we can quickly bring them to front desk or to concierge or the treatment coordinating team to organise the next steps of their treatment or to organise their referral to have a CBCT scan done. A really important thing is to book them in for that second appointment. So if they come in for that consultation, always give them a referral for the CBCT scan or do it on the day. If you can offer free CBCT scans and you have it at the practice, there is no reason there should be any patient leaving without one of them. If not, and you do need to send them off, everybody goes home with a referral and everybody goes home with a second appointment. So you say to them, look, it's Tuesday at 12 o'clock. I'm going to book you in for next Tuesday at 12 o'clock. Just as a tentative booking, you have a week to go have this scan done. And, you know, if anything changes, you can give us a call to reschedule. We do have a cancellation policy, but at least we've got something in the book for you because we're super busy and we obviously want to get things on the road for you. The next barrier for implants is price. This is the biggest barrier for everybody, and I don't know anybody who wouldn't agree with me. So they are expensive, but they're expensive for a reason. The product's expensive, it takes a whole lot of time, a whole lot of effort. It's, you know, quite a lengthy process having an implant done, and it's surgery. So we need to emphasise how much we do for them with this fee. You know, yes, it's $6,000 for the implant, but we're going to see you like 5 times and, you know, we'll take the CBCT scan off it, and, you know, this includes the surgery and the crown that we put on at the end. It's just emphasising all these little things to the patient that makes them realise, oh, that's why it's so expensive. The next thing that we should be discussing with them at that first initial consultation is payment plans. So if you have treatment coordinators, that's amazing because the dentist can literally pop in, have a chat to the patient if they have any technical questions or any questions based around diagnosis or anything like that. The dentist can pop in and then the treatment coordinator can literally just say, okay, let's talk about payment plans. We have interest-free payment plans that go for anywhere from 12 months to 24 months. And this is a huge, huge advantage because now all these barriers have been broken down for the patient, all these big barriers. So price being the biggest thing, that's such a relief for somebody. So we need to mention we have interest-free payment plans, and you know, all you have to do is pay this much up front and then the rest is paid off over 24 months or whatever, and you're barely even going to feel it. So it's just takes just one pressure off the whole thing, and it's probably the biggest pressure. So it's really important to have a chat to them about payment plans. And if you don't offer payment plans, you need to, because not many people can afford to have big treatment like that or just throw out $6,000 from their pocket. It's really important that you do have these options, or at least have like a breakdown of payment options. So, you know, they'll pay half of it, you know, at this time, and then a couple of months later they'll pay the other half. So all of these things are super important, and they're super handy and a great tool to have for your practice. So with implant leads, they're probably the lead that's the most important to call immediately or as quickly as you can. Anything that's a high ticket item, they need to be contacted ASAP. Number one, these patients or clients are bringing in the most amount of revenue. But number two, they're the clients that are more likely to retract and change their mind because it's a greater amount of money. So these people always need to be made priority. If you can have someone that is literally just dedicated to something like implants or, for example, Invisalign, and you break up your team into different treatments, it is so, so handy, because if someone is just taking care of implants, then we're going to get onto them a lot quicker, a lot more efficiently, and we're going to be booking more clients, which is obviously going to make the practice more money. So like mentioned in one of my other videos, it's so important to find out why these people are having the implants done, and we have to touch on how uncomfortable it is to have a denture and how comfortable it is to have an implant, because it's literally like having your own tooth. And a denture, you have to take it in and out, you have to clean it. It's embarrassing if it pops out. You always have to have them relined. The implant, once it's in, you know, it's a low maintenance thing. You can clean it, you can floss it, you can brush it. Nobody's going to notice it. It's just letting the clients know how amazing it would be to have the closest thing to a real tooth in your mouth over something that's going to be flipping and flopping around and embarrassing and stinky and dirty and having to be replaced all the time. So we need to touch on these sore points, and also make them feel like it's such a great investment to have an implant in your mouth. Anyway, guys, I hope this video helped, and I look forward to speaking to you guys and creating a little bit more content for you.